It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. It's now approaching lunar sunrise, and for all the people...
Space is open to us now, and our eagerness to share its meaning is not governed by the efforts of others. We go into space because whatever mankind must undertake, free men must fully share. I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space.
The Apollo missions, just by the notion of discovery, extended our curiosity, it extended our knowledge, it extended our reach away from our planet.
America has always reached for the frontier, whether it was beyond the Appalachian Mountains, beyond the Mississippi, beyond the Rockies. We must always, as a culture in America, be reaching for something. And when John Kennedy challenged us to reach for the moon, it gave us a new target to set our eyes on.
The Apollo missions did several wonderful things, obviously, for our country and throughout the world. But when I look back on it, I look at the huge mass of engineers and companies that had to come together to complete all of the NASA missions, obviously to reach JFK's goal of going to the moon and then further.
President Kennedy said we do these things not because they're easy, but because they're hard. And people cheered that and people got behind that because Americans on their own had trouble seeing into the future and seeing past what our brains limited us to think about.
I think what the Apollo missions did for society was to spike an interest in the science and mathematical fields. This interest led to the increase of students wanting to explore more about space, wanting to sharpen their skills when it comes to their knowledge.
The Apollo missions, Americans were able to have someone guide their thinking and guide them in the direction of seeing past the earth that we lived on. So there came this huge national pride. So people thought about the Apollo missions and thought, where can we go? What can we do next?
It creates a boom in those two areas of education, and math and science, and our country began to grow and more engineers began to be produced, which obviously leads to a much more fundamentally sound world.
This brought a lot of joy. It brought a lot of excitement to see this done on television to the American people, and matter of fact, worldwide, that this could be something that we could initially start, but go further, take it further. So that imagination of that initial discovery piqued the interest of individuals to want to further dive into science and math and space itself.
People get complacent. They feel like they know everything there is to know. The Apollo missions proved that wasn't true. We've got a long way to go.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
you.